If you ever bought gluten-free flour and thought, oh my God, why did I waste my money? This video is for you. Do you know what most people like you and me are frustrated about when it comes to gluten-free flours? Well, it's 2026 and it looks like we're still dealing with the same issues in our bakes. The gritty, sandy texture, the beany, earthy aftertaste, the gummy middles, and the biggest one of all, wasting money on the flour that wasn't even worth it. So today I'm putting some of the biggest brands in gluten-free flours to the test, giving them a simple thumbs up or thumbs down based on these four things: texture, taste, crumb, and value. I'll share what worked, what didn't, so you can decide whether it's worth trying in your own kitchen. So let's see who makes the cut. This is going to be interesting.
First, I did a quick rub test to see what these flours actually feel like, and here's what I discovered. Bob's Red Mill was noticeably gritty to the touch. Robin Hood also felt sandy, though surprisingly the batter itself smoothed out. On the other hand, Caputo was very smooth, but heads up, you have to mix it quite well to avoid clumps. Then there was Namaste. It felt a bit gritty, but it had the biggest impact on hydration by far. It produced the thickest batter of the four. In fact, I had to add 50% more milk than my go-to recipe to all four batters, and even then, Namaste was still pretty dense. I tested these flours using a vanilla cupcake recipe because there's nowhere to hide. Any aftertaste or texture issues will show up immediately.
Okay, ready for the taste test. Let's see. So we've got our Robin Hood flour, our Caputo flour, our Namaste, and Bob's 1-to-1. I'll start with Bob's, actually. Whoops. Is it coming out? Yeah. Just as I expected, actually. It's a bit gritty. I think Bob's 1-to-1 flour tends to be a bit gritty in the bakes. But overall, not bad. It does have a slight aftertaste, but not too bad. Let me try the Namaste one. This one was like the densest one out of all four. Yeah, it's pretty dense. Definitely has an aftertaste. For sure more on like a beany side, so more like I could taste more of some sort of a bean flour. Let's look at Caputo. Not bad. Also has aftertaste. Weirdly, typically I don't notice it with Caputo flour when I made like bread or pizza, but it does. Interesting. And then Rob's Robin Hood's. Okay. Nice. Wow. Actually, not what I expected at all. Not as sandy as I thought it was gonna be. When I was doing like the rub test, and like when I actually tried it a bit, the batter itself, I thought it was gonna be pretty sandy, but it's not that bad. Okay. So I would say, interestingly enough, I am quite surprised. Robin Hood's, I would give it a thumbs up for the taste. Does not have any sort of weird undertones. Tastes pretty good. Caputo flour, I would give it a thumbs down for this particular recipe. I am a bit surprised because I do use Caputo flour for like pizza crusts and breads. But this one has kind of like a mushroomy aftertaste, which is a bit surprising. Namaste, yeah, definitely a thumbs down. Bob's, taste-wise, I mean, it's pretty decent. I would still give it a thumbs up, even though it does have a very, very slight sort of aftertaste. And it can't quite hide that in the vanilla cupcakes, right? Because you don't add too many ingredients in here.
Next, I want to talk about the crumb. For me, crumb is the ultimate indicator of how a gluten-free flour actually performs. I'm looking for a bake that's light but supported, not too dense or gummy, but not so fragile that it crumbles the second you touch it. So here's how they stacked up. Surprisingly, Robin Hood ended up being the most uniform and reliable of them all. It gave me that consistent crumb, so that's a definite thumbs up from me. Caputo actually rose beautifully and felt very light, but it also had those larger air pockets similar to Bob's. Namaste went the opposite way. It was far too dense and just did not get the rise I was looking for. And with Bob's Red Mill, I ended up with some uneven air pockets, which made the structure feel a bit inconsistent.
Finally, let's talk about the value. To me, the value isn't just about the price tag. It is also about the accessibility, how hard is it actually to find the flour, and versatility, what can you actually make with it. So in terms of the price and accessibility, I would definitely say Bob's One-to-One and Robin Hood's gluten-free flours are more your typical everyday type of flours. You can easily find them in pretty much any grocery store, at least here in Canada. So I would give it a thumbs up for sure for the convenience and the cost. Now, when it comes to Namaste, I would classify it as like mid to high range for me. It is definitely sold in the specialty stores like Healthy Planet. I did hear you can find it in Costco as well, but I think it depends on the location you're in because I have not seen it in mine. And when it comes to Caputo flour, it is a premium choice for sure. It is the most expensive one out of the four. And I do actually have to order it online. I don't believe it is sold, at least I haven't seen if it's sold anywhere in Canada here in the stores. And the one thing I do want to point out is the cost of the Caputo flour is almost 4 times the amount of the Robin Hood flour and 3 times as more expensive than the Bob's One-to-One. When it comes to versatility, Bob's and Robin Hoods can handle your everyday type of bakes like cupcakes, cookies, and muffins. Caputo is great for pizza and bread. It wouldn't be my first choice if I was to make like a delicate vanilla type of cake. And then there is Namaste. And I would say Namaste, if you do like to experiment in the kitchen, then go for it. Just remember that it does require quite a bit more liquid. Otherwise, Bob's and Robin Hood's will do just fine. So I think that is it for today. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and I almost forgot, if you are interested in seeing what my kids thought of the flowers, then stick around for a couple more minutes. Otherwise, have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Okay. Can you guys try these vanilla cupcakes and let me know which ones you like best? Yes. It's just vanilla. I just want to know, I was testing the flowers, like different flowers today.
Yeah. I want this one. This one looks the biggest.
This one looks the biggest? Okay, so start with that. But just do one bite each. Don't start eating all of them. Okay, just do one bite each and tell me which one you like better.
This one's a 10. This one's a 10.
This one's the Robin Hood is the 10? Okay.
This one's the 10.
Okay.
Awesome.
Caputo is the 10. Okay.
This one's the 10. Awesome.
Okay.
And this is the 10.
Okay, that's not very helpful.
Oh, why? I don't like this one the best.
Okay.
I forgot this one already.
Okay, there's that one.
What was it?
This is Robin Hood. It's called Robin Hood flower. So Namaste
I
you
got
don't
it.
like. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Sasha. Thank you. Thanks.
I like this like the same as this, but it just tastes like it like there's spring. It feels like it feels like there's like glitter in it. It
The
feels
glitter, yeah,
Yeah,
like it's gritty, right?
Like, yeah, and but
Yes,
like
yeah,
so
that's
these
Bob's
are
Red Mill.
these are my two favorites.
Okay, so these are your two favorites.
Yeah.
So out of these, which one would you kind of both? Would you be equally?
Yeah,
you would say?
equally.
Equally.
Yeah. And look, Siba's going and sneaking out to eat. It's actually in the kitchen still. He's just going on the table to eat to act like he's gone. Mommy, can we leave that in the comments so they know?
Okay.
Yay.